delegates are like a specific person which is selected to represent a group of people, maybe in a political assembly or in a gathering. It's just like a specific group of people sending one person to go and represent their voice in the middle of another conference or something. So in programming language, we can actually have something like a delegate as well, which can actually go ahead and become a pointer to several methods, provided that they are the same return type and the same parameter. So I would say delegate is more like a strongly typed pointer to a method. We'll see how that works. So in reality, maybe if we have something like if we have a method one here, we have method two here, we have method three here, and we are trying to call all those methods in this entry point class here. So now I have to instantiate this method one here, instantiate the method two, and then instantiate the method three here, right? But what if I don't want to do that? What if I actually want to have a middleman delegate that will be here, and I'll, you know, have this delegate point to this method and also point to this method and also point to this method. So in the main calling class, I'm just calling this delegate here, which will now provide me the messages from all these methods. So this one delegate is representing all these three methods. That is actually called multicast delegate. But before we get to multicast delegate, I will write an example of how delegate works itself. Then we'll also talk about anonymous method. So delegate, we have to actually declare it. We can declare it inside the namespace or in the class. We have something like public delegate void. Let's put that on my delegates. Let's just give it a name. And in this, for example, if the method I'm passing should be a string method, let me just use a string message. That's the message I want the delegate to actually pass for every method. So in the class itself, what I'll have is let me have another type public static void method one. So the method one also has a string message, right? So whatever the message of that will be at the runtime will be displayed there. So now if you notice, the return type is void and it also has a string parameter. Likewise, the delegate itself has a void return type and a string parameter. So the idea is that the delegate and the method you want to delegate to it must have the same return type and the same parameter. So if I go to the main method here to call this method here, so instead of me calling this method, I will just use this delegate to call the method. I will delegate the method to this delegate. So what I can do is just write my delegate, put a name to that. My del is equals to, I can instantiate it actually, right? Then I'll just assign this method to it, method one. So how do I get this parameter of method one here? Recall that this method one comes with no parameter. So I'll be using this delegate object to call the parameter. I can just open it and put something like this is message from method one, right? So if I console.readline, so if I print that, so I have delegated this method into this delegate. So this delegate is pointing to this method and then it will give me this message. If I run that, let's see how that works. So it's more like a pointer to the method one delegate, right? So yeah, it works actually. This is a message from method one. But then if we look at it this way, what if I did not even like write a new delegate, I just assign it to method one directly, explicitly? Would that still work? Let's see that. Oh yes, it worked. So that kind of shorten our code. So that's a good one. Also, what if um I have multiple methods here? I can have multiple methods. Let's say method 2 and method 3. Method 2, method 3, right? So if I have delegated this one here, so I don't need to like instance or call method 2 or method 3. What I'll just do is just write another del, my del. I'm still using the same delegate, right? Then pointing to method 2, right? Then what do I want message from method 2 to be? This is message from method 2. Then I'll put the same thing for method 3 as well. Method 3 points to method 3 again. Then this will be message from method 3. So let's run that and see what we get if we actually use one delegate to present all three methods. So definitely, yeah, one delegate is actually pointing to all three methods. So one delegate is representing all three methods because they all have similar return type and similar um, parameter. What if I have an integer parameter here? So it wouldn't work, right? You can see that because they are not the same type. So basically that's how it works. And then even if I cut out this method 3 here, let's comment that out, method 3. And then can I have something like an anonymous method here? Okay, let's do that. To write anonymous method, I have to use a delegate keyword, delegate string, like the parameter, right? str. Okay. Console. Let's just copy and paste what we have here. Yes, this is an anonymous method here. So I don't have the method 3 here, but I created an anonymous method here using the delegate keyword, then putting my string parameter and printing out the parameter of the string. This right here is an anonymous method. If I run it, I'll still get the same message, right? This is message from method 3, or let me just put something like this is message from anonymous method, right? So yes, so that actually works for us. Method 1, method 2, method 3. So basically that's delegate. This is multicast delegate. So multicast delegate is actually using one delegate to call multi-method to actually point to multiple method. So that is actually how delegates works. And you might want to, read more about it or practice this and understand better how it works. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.